Ooh, I don't even have, oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that didn't sound good. I'm in the beast today. I remember when I was a teenager, my dad had this Amish dude build him a wagon to move like stuff from A to B. And he called that wagon the war wagon. I'm not sure why he called it the war wagon, but I like the name, war wagon. He used that war wagon to move me all the way from the great state of Maryland. Sorry. He used that war wagon to move me all the way back from New Orleans back to the great state of Maryland when I was in college. Oh my gosh, this thing is just, this ain't gonna work. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to do hands free. I'm gonna try. We're gonna see. It just, you know what? I'm gonna have to pay for it because I paid, I don't even know how many dollars. It was probably like $8.99 for this little contraption. It's basically a piece of plastic that has some screws in it, and it has an adhesive device to mount it to the windshield. But there's no stability because it has one point of contact, a single point of contact. And so it's just flexing around that single point of contact mechanically. It seems like a tripod maybe could be more stable, or it needs sort of pneumatic device or something where it wasn't depending upon the suspension of my vehicle to be still. But yeah, let me get it away from the diversions and distractions. So today is the first day of May. May 1st. What happens in May? I know my sister has a birthday. My older sister, she got a birthday. She gonna be another year older. Man, she gonna be 45. That's crazy. We're getting old. I guess there was an answer. What the? How? What? Montgomery, what are y'all doing? You can't see over this headrest, and I'm not gonna pick up the phone. But basically, you have on the roadway two vehicles just facing each other for some strange reason. But you know what happens? And you know how you stay out of trouble? Mind your business. All about Lego. Said hi. Hello. Oh, I got some hearts and some smiles. Are those laughs or smiles? That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate all of that. Yeah, but this is like a 2003 vehicle, and this thing is, this is the pits. I don't know if you can see this. Like, can y'all? Yeah, look at that. You see that? You see how I'm riding? Hi, you love the Army? Oh, thank you. Do you love the Air Force? I'm judging you right now based on your answer. Whip. Bozo the Clown said whip. Yeah, this vehicle has seen better days for sure. I bought this vehicle in Colorado. And so Colorado is this great state. Okay, you said you do love the Air Force. God bless the Army and the Air Force. Whenever you see a flag like this, that's got this, I forget what color this is, but the brown color, that person is in the Air Force. Whenever you see this uniform and it's a colored like the actual flag, that person is in the Army. That's a quick way to tell. Then the other way to tell is you look over their heart and it says which branch they're in. That's hard to see. Like, imagine, like, okay. Crudy Edit says, God bless Army and Air Force. Guess what? All About Lego said, you know my dad was in the Army. Grayson Ward, I'm glad you back. I do remember you. You were getting in line because N was tripping. He was tripping yesterday and being a little rude. But you were like I think you're an early moderator. You might be an early moderator. I don't have any mods for the channel because my channel is not really it's not really popping like that. But Kool-Aid Edit says, I got in a bus crash yesterday morning while going to school. A car was pulling out and our bus crashed. Wow. Are you okay? Do you need a lawyer? If you're in the United States, have you heard of top dog law? Please tell me you heard of top dog law. It's a lot going on this chat today. Grayson Ward said, yeah, he was rude. Okay, Kool-Aid says, but everybody was fine. Unswaggity says, hi, what's up? Hey. American Roadrunner says, how do you feel about President Trump took out woke out of the army? Okay. So that is a great topic. Let me come back to that though, because I want to get all of these chats. It says, do you know how to, Bozo the Clown says, do you know how to twerk? I actually do. Y'all haven't seen me. I got dad bod, but I always, like, even when I didn't have dad bod, I always had like a little meaty butt, a little bit. I was like 150 pounds with a little bit of meat, a little bit of, what you call it? Little junk in the trunk. Yeah, let's call it that. I do. CC Mermaid says top dog law. Thank you for that thumbs up. Top Dog Law, I love those commercials. Kool-Aid, if you was in the States, I would just go ahead and tell your moms to call Top Dog Law. Say, you know, my baby was on the bus, and they pulled out, and my baby was just trying to get an education. Now, how my baby gonna get an education when my baby getting to school late? Did y'all get to school late, Kool-Aid? And was the person in the vehicle okay? All About Lego says, my uncle was in the Air Force. So your dad was Army and your uncle was Air Force. Thank you for that thumbs up. Did you ever consider going to the military? Says, good morning, sir. Thank you for your service. CC Mermaid says that. Thank you for your support. That means a lot to me. Kool-Aid Edit says, if you want proof, after your live, check the news about the bus crash. Okay, so here's one thing I would need to know. Where did this bus crash happen? And did you get on camera? Did you have that opportunity to get on camera? And then the other question that I have is, are you at school right now? Because if you're at school right now, get off your phone. I want you to focus. I want you to concentrate. And I want you to be all you can be. All About Lego says, I like, but I don't think it's enough. Kool-Aid says, Caldwell, Idaho, Indiana. Wait, Idaho or Indiana? Which one? And Kool-Aid says, no, I'm not at school. All right, so you get, oh, okay. You're in so you're in the mountain time zone. So it's probably like 6:44 or something. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm late. I'm late. Thank you All About Lego for subbing. I appreciate that. So yesterday, if y'all want to check the video from yesterday, I was talking about Project X, and my students were going to compete in 7 different obstacle courses as a part of problem solving and teamwork and a confidence course. Well, what I didn't know is of the 13 people in my flight, only 7 of them are really fit. And so the other 6, they're what you call liabilities. Thank you for that other thumbs up. Let me see. Kool-Aid says, it said 12 kids were on the bus and 2 went to the hospital. Oh my gosh. Really? Indiana State. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I definitely gonna look it up. Wait, Indiana, that means you're Central Standard Time zone. So that means you should be at school. Unless you go to school at like 9 o'clock or something. I'm not gonna check you. If you say it, I'm gonna believe it. Okay, I'm gonna let you live. Um, Grayson says all about Lego. Thank you for subbing. This guy's in the military, but he knows how to give life advice. Um, I tried. I tried, so I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that, Grayson. Grayson, I think you might be one of my OG subs. I'm gonna give um I don't know how to do it yet, but whenever I find out, I'm gonna get like OG subs. Maybe you can get like a special color um on your name or something. I don't know how YouTube work. I really need to figure it out. I do. It says school starts at 7:55 and we're leaving at 0700 for the bus. Oh, I like that. I like that plan. Well, that sounds like somebody is like, so why do your parents leave almost an hour early? Is it because you're that far away, or is it just because your parents like to be on time? Unswaggity says my great grandfather was an army veteran. He was a pilot of a fighter jet. His name was Vernon Lee. Say his name. Vernon Lee Diver. He fought the Germans, the sauerkrauts during World War II. Grace was so do you get to shoot guns and stuff? And if you have, what's the biggest in caliber? All right, it's a nice traffic jam. Um, so yes, we do get to shoot guns. The only guns that I have shot in the military, because my Air Force specialty code. So in the Army, every person is like a rifleman or infantry. Everybody got to know how to shoot that gun in the Army. But in the Air Force, not everyone has to know how to shoot the gun. So M4 and the Beretta M9, that's all I've shot in the military. And I shot it one time while I was preparing for a deployment. While on that deployment, I never even had a sidearm. I never had anything. So go figure. I guess I just got some lead exposure, unnecessary lead exposure. Kool-Aid Edit says, because the bus picks us up at 7:10 and our bus stop is pretty far away. Okay, all right. Is it so far that you can't take a jog to the bus stop? Or does your mom or dad, do they like to have a direct handoff between you and the bus? Grayson Ward says, wow, that more that I've only shot a shotgun, but I'm in trap. What does that mean? And Clay says we drive to the bus stop. So I did shoot shotgun on base, but it was at the rifle club or something. I can't forget what the place is called. I can't remember what the place is called, but I went there with one of my airmen. This guy was a gun enthusiast, and he had so many rounds, and we just went and we just was doing clay shooting. And clay shooting, it says, where are you driving? I'm going to work, Kool-Aid. I'm going on the military base right now. And so I wonder, are they going to set a trip if they see my phone right here? You know what? We're going to find out. We're going to find out how they respond. I'm not even going to hide it. And if they say, sir, you can't do that, I'm like, well, really? I didn't know. Is there some sort of regulation that says that? Or is this... I ain't going to do that. I'm going to just take it down. I'm a rebel. I ain't going to give these airmen a hard time today. So, yeah, we shot a shotgun. And at first when I was shooting it, I could think of is that thing was like, boom, boom. It was just hit me on my shoulder. Like, man, the shotgun is kicking back on me. I don't like this. And then I recalled the many hours of Black Ops and Call of Duty. At first, I was pretty bad. Like, I wasn't hitting anything. And then I looked at the gun and I was like, shoot. This is like Black Ops when you aim down the sight. So really all I have to do is just treat it like Black Ops. And then I told the thing to pull. And I treated it like Black Ops. Blah, blah. And I started hitting everything. So all of you guys, there was somebody in the chat yesterday, Kool-Aid, coming back. Just be right back. Okay. Um, there was somebody in the chat that was talking about their own military experience was like shooting games. I'm gonna tell you, those shooting games are a problem because they're so realistic that, and if you spend any amount of time, you actually know how to fire a weapon for sure. You actually know how to fire a weapon, and if you're really good, like quick in target acquisition, actually good in real life. You didn't know that. You were practicing for the military. That's what these games are doing. And a lot of the games is like propaganda, actually. It's an instrument of power. I just taught a lesson on instruments of power. And there are 7 instruments of power that we talk about. We're talking about diplomatic, we're talking about information, we're talking about military, economic, financial, intelligence, and law enforcement. Those are the 7 different instruments of power. And so these video games are the information instrument of power. And that instrument of power is all about influencing people to do what you want them to do. That's all power is. I'm going to exert my will over you. Grayson says, "Okay, Will, thank you for telling me about your day. Thank you, but I'm sorry, I got to go to school and take 5 tests. Well, I hope you study. I hope you prepare, do well, and excel. Thank you for joining us today, Grayson. All About Lego says, I don't think they know it's April vacation. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Um, but yeah, so all of you that have been playing like those first and shooter games, you know how to shoot. I'm not actually good on first games, and we went to the range, and I wasn't really that good. I really wasn't that good at the firing range, but that makes sense because whenever I play like Black Ops and Call of Duty, I never do the firing range. I never do it. Grayson says, "Nah, I'm still in school till the 22nd, but now I gotta go." All right, study hard. Um, Just lean on what you studied, and if you don't know, pick A. Pick a letter. That's A. Pick letter A and stay with that letter. Whenever you don't know it, just pick A. You got this. So today, I'm in line at what time is it? 7:53. Y'all see me now moving, and this is why I do not come to the gate this late. This is why. I think my first lecture is at 8 o'clock, and I haven't even prepared. Oh, All About Lego says I'm 10, so I have a 10-year-old. I have a 10-year-old daughter. That's interesting to me that 10-year-olds like to see, like, my son calls me a boomer. I'm not a boomer. I was born in the 80s. I think that makes me a millennial. I don't know. But he likes to call me a boomer. But I didn't know 10-year-olds like to watch like old people because I'm old. I'm 40. 40 plus. All right. I'm going to see what she say. I might have to stop the live. And then again, I might not. We're going to see. We're going to see if America's still free. Somebody asked a question, and I forgot to get after it. You said, how you feel about President Trump getting rid of woke military and all of this stuff? So here's the thing. You cannot get rid of an ideology. You cannot do it. If you could, like, there would be no more ISIS. There would be no more whatever, right? Oh my gosh, this line is so slow. God, man, I'm stuck too. But anyway, yeah, you can't get rid of an ideology. So he may have like got rid of the teaching of stuff, but there's still woke people in the military. I'm one of them. Stay woke. And then there's still extremists in the military as well. You know what an extremist is? An extremist is a person that holds like extreme views. That's why they call them an extremist. All right, let me see what she said. Good morning. Thank you. He said nothing. He ain't said nothing, y'all. But yeah, all right, thank you. I just look at him and just look really ridiculous at him. Some people just keep going, like, I don't care. And then other people just like, oh, okay, let me stop and let you in. So yeah, today we have like 2 lectures in the morning, and we have Air Force specialty code briefings in the afternoon. I think what they're going to try to do is they're just going to try to go from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. All about Lego says, let's go. You excited about that? That I get to keep. All right, let me do this. Let me. Oh shoot! It ain't gonna let me cook. Oh man, hold on. All right, let me take that off. All right, you see that? Look at that. Wait. Okay, that's a T-38. That is a trainer. So the people, oh, don't pay attention to my dashboard. It's pretty bad. This car almost looks like I could be in Mad Max. Um, but yeah, that T-38, that's a trainer. The pilots that are getting ready to fly fighter jets, that's what they, that's like the second or third plane that they learn how to fly. And they have to spend so many hours just getting used to G-force and all of that stuff. This right here is a pave hawk. Are you at the academy? Nah, Archie, I'm at Maxwell Air Force Base, aka Air University. So that's a pave hawk right there. This is an air park, and that is the plane affectionately known as Buff. It's a B-52. This plane has been tried and true, been in many wars, and it continues to this day to fly, fight, and drop bombs. It is also a part of strategic deterrence, which is nuclear. They carry nuclear payloads. This is the right replica of the right fly. These are Air Force right here. These were big in Vietnam, if you can see that. What else? What else? What else? What else? That's the JAG school, so Judge Advocate General. The lawyers, that's where they go for their chaplain. Is also over at this next building, right? Chaplains are very important. This is the place that I work. Squadron Officer School. These beautiful people and national officers that are part of. Oh shoot! Guess what, y'all? Oh, guess what today is? I totally forgot. Today is Morale Day. I could have wore. I could not wear my uniform today. Why you would ever want to go to work in the military and not wear your uniform, and that be like a way to kind of boost your emotional state? I don't know. The way I feel is it's a privilege. 1% of the American population chooses to serve, and even lower percentage of people um, are officers, and an even lower percentage of people are officers that look like me. So it's a privilege. Like, I'm gonna wear this uniform with pride. They're gonna have to take this thing off of me. They're gonna have to peel it off of me because I'm not gonna let it go willingly. As much as my feelings are towards the military, I love this. Sir Richard the Lionheart says hi. Audio keeps breaking up. Yeah, my hand is probably going over the microphone. I'm sorry about that. And then Archie says, what you do in the military? Right now, I'm a special duty instructor. I'm an SOS, Squadron Officer School instructor. Unfortunately, I got to run because 8 o'clock, and I think I might be late. All right, y'all. Take it easy.